This year has been absolutely amazing for PSVR2 so far. We already had some great releases like Legendary Tales and Overdark, but trust me, we haven't seen anything yet. This is just the warm-up for what is about to come. And if you don't believe me, then take a look at the top 10 most anticipated PSVR2 games that are scheduled to release on 2024. Let's start here with the one that should be releasing sooner rather than later, Madison VR. Yes, we are talking about the scientifically scariest game of all time, making its way to PSVR2. Not only that, but the developers at Bloodiest Games are making sure that the game takes full advantage of PSVR2's hardware by supporting key features like dynamic foveated rendering and 90Hz native. The game is considered as a must-play horror experience, and it has been already given out nightmares to the ones who played it in flat screen ever since it was released, so I can only imagine what it would feel like inside of the headset.
Stare into the flame.
The Metro franchise is one of the most popular franchises in gaming history, and if you're a VR fan that has played a Metro game before, certainly you have fantasized about a full Metro game in VR. Well, this year, Vertigo Games are planning to turn our fantasies into a reality, a virtual reality. Metro Awakening VR is a new story-driven adventure built exclusively for VR that blends atmospheric exploration, stealth, and combat in the most immersive Metro experience yet. The game serves as a prequel to the Metro franchise as a whole, so if you have never played the Metro game before, this might be the best place for you to start when it launches on PSVR2 later this year.
This is Lo-Fi, a fully immersive simulated reality that puts you in the driver's seat.
For all Cyberpunk fans out there, this is literally a dream come true, and I'm not exaggerating here at all. As you see in the trailer, the game looks spectacular and it's giving me Cyberpunk 2077 vibes all over the place. The developer behind this game, Iris VR, describes it as a next-generation virtual reality simulation in which the player patrols the streets and the skies above them, solving mysteries, fighting crimes, or giving in to corruption. It is a massive open-world sandbox-style adventure with action elements, where the emphasis is on exploration and character-driven story. Guys, we are looking at a new kind of experience here. We are looking at a massive open world, a completely non-linear world, free roam, tons of upgrades, endless possibilities. I don't want to overhype this game, but I can't lie, I have a feeling this is gonna be something really special. One of the best things about gaming in VR is the immersion we get when we experience new stuff that most of us can never experience in their real life. That's why drive-in simulators, for example like GT7, are usually some of the most recommended games to play in VR. It's because it's too immersive, it is too real. So if you thought that no other simulator can possibly reach the same level as GT7 on PSVR2 in terms of immersion, well, think again, because I'm pretty sure the ultimate VR air combat simulator, if done right, would easily classify as a top-tier immersive experience. I only hope that the developer behind Aces of Thunder, Gaijin Entertainment, takes the necessary time to make sure that they nail down the comfort options, because yeah, I don't think this is a game for those who haven't built their VR legs yet. I don't think this one needs introduction. If you've been part of the gaming community since 2020, then you know exactly what type of game Phasmophobia is. But in case you are a new gamer, then this is an award-winning psychological online co-op ghost hunting experience. It is developed by Kinetic Games and is currently available only on Steam. It was originally scheduled to release on consoles and on PSVR2 in 2023, but it has been pushed back to 2024. The game is super creepy, super terrifying, and super fun to play with friends. Hunting ghosts in VR. What could possibly go wrong, right? From the second we saw the Skydance Interactive logo at the beginning of the Behemoth reveal trailer, our interest was piqued. And how can it not when it's the same team that brought to us the amazing Walking Dead Saints and Sinners franchise to VR? But it was actually when we finished watching that trailer for the first time that we knew that Behemoth is much bigger than The Walking Dead. In Skydance's Behemoth take on the role of a diseased wanderer lost in the frigid Forsaken Lands, overcome dangerous environments, deadly warriors, and tower and behemoths use an immersive, weighty VR combat and lifelike physics. Travel through strange, otherworldly environments and overcome all no matter how large that stands in your way. I mean, what else is left to say here other than shut up and take my money, of course.
I have found no meaning to this struggle.
The Zombie Army franchise is no stranger to modern gamers. Ever since Rebellion Development started making these Zombie Army games as a spin-off to the Sniper Elite series, the games has managed to grab the attention of a good chunk of players, and that's for a good reason. These are super fun games to play. And if you think shooting zombies in flat screen is fun enough, then you clearly haven't tried doing so in VR. It's a totally different experience. Not to mention that Zombie Army VR is going to be a co-op experience that supports up to 2 players, which means in 2024 on PSVR2 you will get to slaughter zombie hordes in Europe with your friend watching your back.
Something evil.
Ghost of Tabor is the only extraction-based VR, FPS, PvP and PvE survival game that you can play solo or with a friend or two, where you will have to use your wits, skills and resources to survive. Inspired by games such as Escape from Tarkov and DayZ, the game features a variety of scenarios, from scavenging to looting and crafting. You never know who's around the next corner. It is a truly unique and one-of-a-kind experience to have in VR. The game has been out for a while now on Steam and MetaQuest, so PSVR2 is kind of late to the party here, and since Combat Waffle Studio decided to take their time to optimize for PSVR2, hopefully that means that when we finally get our hands on the game, it will feel like a true PSVR2 game, and not like a Quest game. No offense. Developed by Vitruvius Technologies, Arken Age is a VR action-adventure game set in a fantasy world. In this game, you play the role of a biological alien weapon that is built with full locomotion and the ability to freely jump, climb, and swim, so basically nothing is out of your reach. The game features full physics-based combat using swords and guns, and you can equip yourself with 3 fully customizable weapons. There are many epic boss fights here to enjoy, and the game has over 10 hours of campaign, and it includes an endless combat mode for unlimited replayability. So hats off to the developers here who are making sure that you get your money's worth. We started our video with a horror game that is published by Perp Games, Madison VR, and funny enough we're also closing it with yet another Perp Games published horror title, and this one is called Pneumata. Pneumata is a psychological horror game developed by Deadbolt Interactive, and we don't really know much about the story other than the protagonist in this game is a detective who is trying to unravel the truth and recover his fragmented memories. What we do know for certain though is that this game looks amazingly terrifying. This really does look like a AAA VR horror game. The developers are describing it as a true survival horror game in which weapons and supplies are available in limited quantities, and therefore, more often than not, you will have to run or hide in order to survive. The devs are also claiming that Pneumata will scare even the most seasoned horror players, and from what I've seen in the trailers so far, I absolutely believe them. This has Outlast vibes written all over it, and I'm all for that. And that concludes our list for the top 10 most anticipated PSVR2 games of 2024. Now, does that mean that these are the only good PSVR2 games that we can look forward to in 2024? Absolutely not. In fact, I can already name a few games that are as anticipated and as hyped as the ones we mentioned in this video, like the long-rumored Astrobot game for example, which is probably going to get announced at the next PlayStation Showcase and is rumored to drop later this year. Wanderer Fragments of Fate, releasing on June 27th, Mannequin, Undead Citadel, X8, and many more. All these games have the potential to be as great, if not even greater than the ones we picked for our list. Plus, if you've been following PSVR2 games for a while now, you would know that games on this platform have a tendency to come out literally out of nowhere and still turn out to be great. And I'm telling you this so you would understand that there are so many great games that will launch on PSVR2 this year which we haven't even heard of. And that is exactly why when we reach the end of this year, don't be surprised when our top 10 best PSVR2 games of 2024 video ends up featuring a totally different list than the one we have right here. So all in all, I guess it's safe to assume now at this point that this year is truly shaping up to be something special for PSVR2. So if you're one of those weirdos out there who has been spreading lies and misinformations on social media, telling people that PSVR2 is dead and it has no games and whatnot, then after watching this video, you should feel ashamed of yourself and apologize right now. Nah, I'm just kidding of course, just like a wise man once said,
Do not be sorry. Be better.
And that's a wrap for this video. If you made it this far, thank you for sticking out here with me until the end. If you enjoyed this video and if you want to encourage me to keep making PSVR2 content like this, then please consider supporting the channel by hitting that subscribe button. We are currently sitting at 300 subscribers. Let's see if we can make it to 500. I know we can do it. And I know I can't do it without your help, so do me a favor here, smash that subscribe button for me, I would really appreciate it. Hit that like button and that bell notifications icon as well, and that way you'll be notified every time a new video drops. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.